Whew. Well, okay. I am almost at the finale. We have one more episode. This is Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 4, episode 15. Monica and Heather, they go on this walk Heather apologizes to Monica. Um, and it's here that Monica uh they apologize to each other because Heather apologizes from to Monica about her reaction about having not wanting to answer the question about sex. Monica apologizes because she's like, I keep talking about sex and I'm getting to know you. I need to know that these are your boundaries and not to cross these boundaries. And in the midst of this, they start eventually kind of having this conversation about what to think about Meredith. And this leads to a bigger conversation because then what ends up happening is Monica's like, well, that's something that I would do, creating this fake account. And I'm going to say that if you really take a step back and look, you can get moments that Heather just is not being her genuine self, in the sense that around Monica, she stops and she stares at her. And she's responding to her, but not responding to her in the way that she responds to everyone else. So you can clearly see that Heather was trying to process Monica. And I think that Heather was trying to investigate Monica. Who is this chick? Monica, okay, so Meredith is talking to Seth, and Seth's like, look, don't let these chicks get you down. Whitney and Angie are playing tennis. I have nothing to say here. Heather's book, oh, well, they do touch upon this. Whitney has a problem with Heather's book. She's like, I just finished the book and I don't like what was said about me in the book. So, and it's fascinating because she talks about other people's sex life and she's uncomfortable with talking about her own sex life. I think it's Lisa who's hosting this yacht party, if I'm not mistaken. Angie, I forgot that Angie was on the last year's boat and Jen Shaw got upset and just threw people's shoes off the thing. I forgot that it was Angie who lost her shoes. So Angie's like, look, the last time I was on the boat with these people, I lost my shoes. Whitney is swinging on the pole. The pole looks like it's leaning. Um, Whitney, why are you swinging on the pole? Okay. Heather talks to Meredith because Meredith is pretty much by herself at this point. Monica and Meredith eventually go, talks. And, she's like, look, I need to talk to you about what's going on because Meredith is sitting back like, I don't understand. Things is not adding up. I came to Monica because Monica was the one who initially said all the rumors. I'm getting these DMs that are confirming with all the stuff that Monica has told me privately. Monica, okay, so Lisa, in the midst of this conversation, Lisa goes clear off and is screaming again. Heather makes a comment. She's like, wait, we're all going after Meredith. Does Monica not get is Monica getting a pass? And they're like, no, Monica's not getting a pass, but she's owning up to it. Is she owning up to it? Because she really doesn't seem to be owning up to it. And honestly, her story is changing quite a bit. Slight differences is, let me say the other thing. Monica's story is not consistent. There are slight differences in Monica's story. Um, Heather's the one who's kind of quiet in regards to Heather. It's clear that Heather does not believe Monica in the same way, and that everyone else is believing Monica. But Whitney's like, we believe Monica because there's a pattern, because Meredith did this to us last year. Angie and Meredith sit and talk to each other, and Meredith explains to Angie here. And Meredith explained this to Heather before. I only called Monica about the DMs because Monica was the one who initially told me about all these rumors and all of these things. Then I get DMs that confirms the things that Monica has been telling me. And so therefore, I called Monica like, oh, did you get these DMs? Because these are the things that were told that you told me, and now I'm getting evidence to confirm what you told me. When I get back in the car from the yacht, Lisa and Meredith are talking. And Meredith pulls Lisa to the side in the back, and she begins to explain that my son just called and told me that he got signed to this agency. And so they're talking and collaborating. Monica's like, wait, I don't get this. They're cool. So then Monica and Whitney are talking because Whitney's getting her makeup done. Her without makeup is like, anyway, that's not the point. Um, And Monica feels that Meredith is doing damage control and is making Monica to be the bad guy. And Whitney's like, exactly. That's what she did to me last year. That's exactly what she did to me last year. We'll get to the bottom of this at dinner. So Monica's talking to Meredith at dinner, and she's like, I don't understand what's going on. Why is it that you and Lisa are cool all of a sudden? Monica's and Meredith's like, you mean to tell me that Lisa and I can't be cool? She's like, Lisa has blown up on you twice. And I don't understand how you guys can be all of a sudden very cool. And Lisa begins to be like, look, this is like how I am with my sisters. We skip some steps, but we're good. We're gonna work through this. They actually finished this dinner with no fight, which is actually a blessing, right? This is the first dinner of the entire 3 day, 4 days that they didn't have a fight. This is the third day. They end up going to the bar, the Otis bar. And this is where we do get to a fight. Whitney begins to explain how she feels about the book and the fact that she feels that Heather exploited Whitney's sexuality for book sales. Heather's like, I read you the book. I took out what you didn't want me to say. Nobody is buying the book for your little few excerpts about sexuality. Whitney is continuously like, you're exploiting me. I paid you for these boudoir pictures because you were a photographer. She's like, should we just skip to the chapter so we can understand what she's talking about? Angie is ignoring her. And Whitney is following Heather. Heather eventually leaves. And she's like, you're exploiting my sexuality. He's like, girl, I don't have to exploit your sexuality. Look at you. Look at what you learned. You sexuality here. You do it yourself. She's following her out the bar down the street. I mean, and then eventually Heather's like, look, I need time to think. The producer giving me space. And that's how we ended.